So action on the IRS scandal today. We've got two congressional hearings that are getting underway. The first is the House Oversight Committee. They're going to look at how to prevent future IRS abuses. That would be nice, right? And the Judiciary Committee is examining why Attorney General Eric Holder has refused to appoint a special counsel to investigate the targeting of conservative groups by the IRS. Becky Garrison is president of the Wetumpka Tea Party, and we have been following her story since the beginning. She was targeted by the IRS and testified at a previous hearing. Becky, good to have you with us today.
Thank you.
You know, let's start first. I guess the first Oversight Hearing Committee is pretty obvious what that's about. But in terms of the second committee, the Judiciary Committee, you have been pushing for a special counsel in this case. And basically, the Department of Justice has basically closed the book on this. And we know the president himself said that there was not a smidgen of corruption to worry about here. So how are you going to get anywhere with this?
Well, I think it's crucial that we do appoint a special prosecutor. What has happened, though, the Department of Justice was caught red-handed working in concert with the IRS to target citizens, to actually manufacture evidence and criminally prosecute law-abiding Americans for their political views. They were caught red-handed, and they certainly don't want an independent counsel to look into it because they are guilty.
All right, so let's go back and explain that, because everybody's very familiar with the IRS targeting scandal, where your group and groups like your group underwent a ridiculous amount of scrutiny over several years. You were asked what you pray for, what kind of books you read, in terms of ways to delay your tax-exempt status. But what you're talking about is something different that you think goes even deeper than that. Tell everybody about it.
Well, definitely. The IRS, first of all, we are talking high-level officials within the IRS, including the chief counsel's office. He was having the application sent directly to his office. So we know it wasn't rogue agents in Cincinnati. But we know that a year ago, in 2012, the IRS said there's no more targeting going on, we've stopped. Yet a year later, we have evidence from emails that the IRS was working with the Department of Justice and Senator Whitehouse to produce evidence. There was no evidence, but to manufacture false statement cases against citizens like myself and others to prosecute and criminally arrest Americans for their political views. And this is wrong. And they are so guilty, it's not even funny.
And and there was a question of tax records and the possibility of illegally looking into the tax records of individuals. But what exactly were they accusing you of doing?
Well, they wanted to piece together statements from applications where people like myself and other 501c4 applicants said that they didn't engage in political activity. They wanted to twist things around and then look at their donations and see if they were indeed, taking place with, having
donating to political entities, right?
Yes.
All right.
But there was no evidence of this whatsoever. So they were going to have to manufacture evidence to try to prove this.
So you believe that they didn't really get what they went after in the first round, that eventually that was disclosed, and that they ended up giving tax-exempt status to many of these groups, even though it took years to get it. But you think there was a concerted effort between the Department of Justice and the IRS to go further than that, to say, well, we didn't get them on the first round, essentially, but now we want to prove that they are politically active and that there's more than 51% of the activity of these groups is going towards political activity.
Yes.
And we're searching for information in their tax filings and any place else to get that.
Yes.
Correct?
And yes, correct. And the FEC, the IRS wanted to bring the FEC into this as well. Again, we don't have all of Lois Lerner's emails, but we do have emails that prove that this was taking place. So once we get all of her emails, we can find out how involved the FEC was as well. So this is multi-agency attacks on American citizens.
All right, Becky, we'll see if you get what you're going after here, and we'll stay on top of it. Two hearings going on Capitol Hill today as they continue to push to get to the bottom of it. Becky, thank you very much.